Hi folks, it's Crystalline. Today I'm going to be taking you on a tour of my apartment so I can show you all of my houseplants, as well as some of the cool new furniture I got from IKEA. I'm going to be showing you my bedroom, bathroom, and living room because that is where I keep my houseplants. But I'm going to show you the bedroom last because it is the mini jungle and it is the best part, so I'm going to save it for last. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let's get into it. So this is my bathroom. I don't have as many plants in here, but I do have some succulents next to this window. I have this amalgamation of succulents. I think that's a variegated rainbow bush, but I don't know the names of the rest. I do have two Hathorias, Hathoria zebrina or Hathoria zebra, and some other type of Hathoria, and an air plant, and an aloe that I neglect because if I didn't neglect it, it would probably die from overwatering. I have my snake plant, my Sansevieria / Dracaena Zeylanica. I finally got a bath mat from IKEA last weekend. On the back of the toilet, I have a Calathea. I'm not sure what type of Calathea. Let me know. I have a Calathea ornata that I just got from the farmer's market. Oh, this one is from Family Tree. This is a Calathea ornata. I just got it from the farmer's market. It's brand new to me. This is some aloe that I'm trying to propagate. Up here, I have an Aglaonema that was on the brink of death when I received it. I got it from the sill, and the box was like wrecked. And so I don't think it was any fault of the sill. I think it just did not handle the shipping process well. There's a leaf that is dying, a leaf with what looks like some rot on it. I don't know. I just repotted it. I don't know, but it was in bad shape, so I repotted it. Hope for the best. This is a Maranta, another type of prayer plant. You can see it more on the other side. Also from the sill, doing really well. Likes my bathroom. It is in the nursery pot and then in this cover pot to catch the water so I don't overwater it. But these plants are all in my bathroom because either they like highlight and can withstand some drafts and some neglect like my succulents, or they love humidity like these Calatheas and Marantas and prayer plants. So here's another Calathea. It is a Calathea peacock, I believe. Beautiful, I love it. Got it at Family Tree, just brought it home. It's doing pretty well so far. Likes the humidity and warmth of my bathroom. And then on my sink, I don't have very much. I have my spray bottle. I have a succulent that was on the brink of death that I'm trying to bring back. And then over here, I have some Micans cuttings that I got from the farmer's market, and then I have my penguin and I have my contact stuff just sitting out because I wear contacts. I also have this water bottle. I refill it with water and let it sit out at room temperature to use to water my plants. I don't know if that's great or not, but I also let this penguin watering can sit out at room temperature because I like to water my plants with room temperature water. And that's pretty much my bathroom. Again, I have these plants in here because like the prayer plants, like humidity. Oh, I want to show you the other side of the Maranta. It's beautiful. I love her. One of my first plants. She's great. Probably gonna cut it and propagate it soon because it's growing pretty unruly. The stake is not standing up so well, but yeah. So this is my bathroom. My plants in my bathroom. So now we are going to check out my living room. So there's a ton of cat stuff in here, and that box is full of shredded cardboard because that's what we use for compost. I'm not going to show you my balcony garden because everything is dying, but I am going to show you the rest of my indoor plants. So this is all cat stuff. I don't keep any plants over here because the cats would probably climb from their tree onto it. That is the cat tree. Those are fake leaves because the cats love to play with them. And it keeps them away from my plants. So first is a Monstera deliciosa that I got from Pike Nursery. I've tied it to a moss pole and just hoping for the best. It's okay for this one to be out here because the cats can't get to it because there's not as much room. And also, they just haven't been bothering it. So we're good. Over here is my bookshelf, which was meant to originally just be for plants. Let me back up so you can see it. It was meant to just be for plants, but the bottom two shelves have been taken over by cat toys and things. So yeah, but I'll show you the plants. So this is a snake plant. I don't know the name of it. This is a cotton candy bromeliad. Oh, I got this at Lowe's or Home Depot. This is a cotton candy bromeliad. I got it from Plantarina. Very excited about it. This is a nerve plant, which I don't remember the scientific name of, but it was pink and I got it at Lowe's or Home Depot. This is English ivy. This is, I rescued it from Trader Joe's. I never really wanted ivy, but I think it would be kind of cool if it like trailed down the side a little bit, but not so far that the cats could get it. On this shelf, you can see, oh, there's papaya. PT. Shook. Anyway, so on this shelf, I keep my sunglasses and tissues and a lint roller because this is a shelf that I can grab things off of as I walk out the door. These are two vases that I got at an estate sale that can be used as propagation vessels. There's some plant stuff in there. This is also a vase that I got at the same estate sale, and that is a salt lamp. We'll do the greenhouse last. There's Wilbur, or Dwayne, whatever you want to call him. He has multiple names. I will tell you their full names someday if people are interested. This is a shelf of cat-safe plants because it is a shelf that is accessible, but these plants I'm a little less worried about. This is a Majesty Palm that has already been destroyed by my cats, but it's a cat-safe plant and I got it at Home Depot and it'll recover and it'll be fine. There are two polka dot plants, pink and white polka dot plants. Again, cat-safe, but I don't want them to destroy them. They've knocked them over, but they have never like eaten them. And this is a parlor palm. I got the parlor palm from Plantarina. I got the two polka dot plants from Steve's Leaves, and this Majesty Palm that has been eaten by my cats is from Lowe's or Home Depot. I don't remember. So my greenhouse. Okay, so this is the greenhouse. Let me step back so you can see the whole thing. This is my greenhouse. It is indoor-outdoor. I got it from Amazon. There's a grow light in there, and let me show you the plants. So it zips from the bottom up, and so I can unzip both sides. And then I can just pull the flap up, which is great. Love that. It's very warm in here. There is a little bit of air circulation because the grow light has fans, but I would like to get another fan to put in here. So first, foremost, most important, Protea plants. They're native to South Africa. I'm obsessed with Proteas. They're the only types of flowers I like, really, and I can't wait for them to grow. That is a bird's nest fern. Also got it from the sill. Don't love ferns. I don't know how this one is still alive. I'm not great with ferns. This is a string of turtles cutting in a reused to-go container with plastic wrap over it so that the humidity stays in. These are cuttings from my string of pearls so that when they root, I will be able to put them back on top of the plant so it's not balled on top. Those are also some cuttings that are propagating in a reused to-go container. Excuse me. These are some plants that I have in here just because I am isolating them to ensure that they don't have any pests before exposing them to my other plants. So over here I have a philodendron moonlight. I got this at I believe Trader Joe's. This is a syngonium. I don't know what kind. As I said, I'm just getting into syngoniums. Here's LeBron. There's Dwayne. There's Pepper. They're very interested because they can't normally get into here because these are not for them to chew on. In the back is a coffee plant, another syngonium. Coffee plant's from Trader Joe's. Syngonium is from Ace. That is a Thaumatophyllum bipennatophytum. Little Adam. It used to be considered a type of philodendron, and the grocery store I got it from had it labeled as a philodendron, but I don't think it's a philodendron. I think it's a Thaumatophyllum. And this is another unnamed philodendron, which I am still looking for the name of. The closest I have found is Philodendron Imperial Green, but I don't know if it's because it's fairly immature still or what, but it has been super hard to identify. So if anyone knows what type of philodendron this is, please let me know. So that is my greenhouse. It is all zipped up, and these plants are protected from the cats getting to them, and also in case they have any pests, they are not going to transfer those pests to my other plants. Like I said, bottom bookshelf has been taken over by the cats. One last plant I forgot to mention is this hanging basket, Hoya lacunosa. I don't love Hoya, but this is my first Hoya, and I don't know how to take care of it yet. I am learning, but it was a beautiful hanging basket with a nice fall bow on it, and I thought I would bring it home from the grocery store. Got it at Kroger. Okay, so let's start in this corner. I know the light's a little bad and it's a little backlit, but this is a south-facing window and my plants love it. So we're just gonna have to deal with that for today. So here I have a Tradescantia zebrina, and I'll try to get some different angles so you can see. I unboxed this plant in my Steve's Leaves unboxing, and it is doing really well. I did have some spider mites on it, but oh look, there's literally cat hair on everything. I did have some spider mites on it, but I was able to just take it into the shower and rinse off all of the leaves and get rid of the spider mites. So next to it, I have a jade pothos. I got this as a cutting and it was only 1 leaf, and now I have 3 leaves and it's putting out a 4th right now. I gave it this bamboo pole to climb. This is definitely not a permanent solution. I literally just have it thrown in here right now because it gets great light, and since it was putting out a leaf, I wanted to make sure it had as much light as possible. This is a Peperomia Piccolo Bando. I got this in my last houseplant shopping trip. Up here we have a Queen Marble Pothos, similar to the other pothos, the jade pothos. I got this in a cutting. I would love for it to climb down sort of this chain circle thing that I got from IKEA. Also, there's my Halloween string lights. This is a Peperomia Emerald Ripple. Sorry, it's super backlit, but I hope you can see a little bit what the leaves look like. I got this. This was an unlabeled Peperomia that I got at Ace. And this is a Tradescantia zebrina cutting. I gave it this short little bamboo pole to kind of like support it, and I hope that it will support it while it's growing. Down here I have this what I think is a Tradescantia Nanook. It's beautiful. It has like this pink and it's super tiny. I got it, again, it was an unlabeled houseplant at Ace Hardware. So we'll have to wait until it matures and see if it is a Nanook or if I have yet another zebrina. This is a succulent. I don't know what it's called. I don't know the names of succulents. I don't love succulents. I'm really bad at taking care of succulents, but here's a succulent. Here's another succulent that I'm also very bad at taking care of. I put it outside because I thought it would like the sun. I did not prepare it well for full sun, so it got a little sunburnt, but it's regrowing, and again, I really don't have high expectations for most of my succulents because I'm not great at taking care of them, so that's that. This is my string of pearls. I got this from the plant people at the farmer's market. It's really pretty. I love it. It's in this tall pot, which is nice because since these are so succulent, it's a Senecio. Since they're so succulent, they don't want to be overwatered and they have a very shallow root system. So this allows for water to drain to the bottom of the soil, and then there's a drainage hole in the bottom of this also. I do like to bottom water almost all of my plants, but especially this one. This is a cactus. I don't know what kind of cactus it is. Just like succulents, I am not good at the names of cacti. This was actually Margaret's cactus. She named him Gerald, but I took over care of him because I'm the plant one. More succulents that I am trying to propagate after sunburning. This is my my Land Rover. I became obsessed with Land Rovers when I was in South Africa, and I just love this one, and it's just on an old jewelry box to kind of prop it up so that it's not just sitting there. This is my clock slash thermometer slash hydrometer. I can't figure out how to switch it to degrees Fahrenheit, but that's okay because I think Celsius is fine anyway, and I'm trying to learn it. Up here, I have yet another succulent that I don't know the name of. I think it's like Echeveria or something, some sort of Echeveria species. I have all of the names in my Picture This app, but I don't know. This is another Senecio. It is String of Pickles. I got this also from Steve's Leaves, and I love it. It is growing well. I have seen a lot of new growth put out on it. The blooms are dying off, probably because it's not as happy here as it was in the nursery. But I also noticed that the top wasn't getting enough light. So the top was kind of dying off. So I did pull off some of the top to try to propagate it, and then I will plant it back in there once it has roots. This is a Ripsalis that I have propped up with a toothpick. I got this as a cutting with my Tradescantia zebrina and my pothos cuttings. This is a Burrow's Tail. This is one of a few succulents that I do know the name of, but that's because it's kind of closer to the String of Pickles and String of Pearls plants. This is my propagation station. I am trying to propagate these cuttings. I think they're another type of Tradescantia that I got with my String of Turtles cuttings, which I'm propagating in the greenhouse. This is a Heartleaf philodendron cutting. Also got it with the Tradescantia and Pothos cuttings, and it's got lots of roots, but I'm just kind of experimenting with it and I'm just kind of leaving it in here until the roots are really big. This is what I think is a Tradescantia Nanook cutting. I literally took this 2 days ago and it's already putting out roots because Tradescantia put out, like these kind of Tradescantia put out roots super quickly. And that's just another one of these purple cuttings. Cute little flowers on top. Not much of a flowers girl, but more foliage, but these flowers are cute. This is my Monstera adansonii wide form. I got it from the farmer's market. I am obsessed with it. I think this type of Monstera adansonii looks a lot like Monstera obliqua, and since I am not going to have a Monstera obliqua anytime soon, I am very excited with this adansonii. This is my Philodendron Birkin. I got it last weekend or the weekend before at one of the nurseries I went to. The new leaf is just beautifully variegated, and it does seem to be a bit of a slow grower. I see that I have another leaf starting right there, but that is the first new leaf I have seen even starting since I brought it home. And then there's my little trick-or-treat sign. This is my jade plant. I love it. I love jade plants. I think they're amazing. It is one of the few succulents that I am really into. I love that their leaves I love that their trunks start to look like tree trunks the older they get, and they start to get woody. And this is my first Monstera deliciosa. This I got in my plant parent starter kit that I ordered from the Sill, and it was the most exciting plant to come out. It puts out so many new leaves all the time. I was super excited for it because I think Monstera deliciosa are just the cutest things. I actually got a shirt today that has a Monstera deliciosa leaf on it. I'll show you guys that eventually. But yeah, I just think this is a wonderful plant, super easy to care for, and I just love it. So I was watching Heart Shaped Leaves channel yesterday for the first time I really dove into any of the videos, and I noticed that Rachel has the same quilt as I do, and I think that's super amazing because I think she's super cool and has really great taste. So I appreciate that we have similar tastes when it comes to quilts. And there's my Halloween blanket that I got at Walmart a few weeks ago. It has all of these cute, adorable little kittens on it. Ghosts and pumpkins and bats. I love bats. And this skeleton cat, it's just super cute. I love cats, I love Halloween, it's perfect. So over here, beside my bed, we have my glasses and hair ties, as always, haha. But we have this Aglaonema Maria. I had this sitting in a cover pot, but I noticed that it was starting to die and putting out some yellow leaves, which are on the back side because I don't want them as visible. But then when I checked, I found out that it was very root bound, so I moved it into a different pot, and I don't love this pot with it as much, but it's still cute, and it's pink, and I love pink. So on my nightstand, I have this Dracaena marginata in this adorable sloth pot. It's a very small Dracaena, and I like it because I wanted something small to go under my fiddle leaf fig. I am so happy about this. I know they're finicky. I know some people call them fickle leaf figs and that they drop leaves all the time. They have a tendency to just die or whatever, but I love it. I'm gonna do everything in my power to keep it alive because I think it is so cool, and I love that I can have trees in my house. This is the wonderful chair I got from IKEA with the matching footstool. I'm obsessed with this chair. It's super comfortable. It was super easy to put together because it's from IKEA. It's great. Next is my banana tree. I also got this plant from the farmer's market. It is in this pot that does not have a drainage hole because bananas are not as susceptible to root rot. I have this cute little ghost in the planter. This banana tree was putting out a pup that I took out of the pot and sent to my friend Katie in Pittsburgh, and might have taken the pup out too soon because the pup is not doing well, but we're hoping it's just transplant shock and it'll come back to life. Also, this is the pumpkin that Margaret painted last year when we painted pumpkins. This is the pumpkin I painted last year when we painted pumpkins. We'll get to that in a minute. In this terrarium from IKEA, I have my two alocasias. I have my Alocasia Black Velvet, which is from Steve's Leaves, and this Alocasia Friedeck, which is from the farmer's market. Alocasias are known as martyrs because they kill off one of their existing leaves to put out a new leaf. And this leaf here is currently getting ready to put out another leaf. You can't tell because it's behind. Also, there's gnats in there. So this leaf is dying off. This is getting ready to put out a new leaf, and one of the leaves died off earlier this week. This is my Ficus elastica burgundy. It does have some water spots on it because I took it in the shower when I first brought it home and did not dry it off properly, so those water spots dried on the plant. But this plant has been doing really well. It's put out quite a few new leaves since I brought it home. It's there are several plants in the pot actually. I don't know if you can really tell, but once it gets bigger and in the next growing season, I might divide it up to just have individual plants in the pot, but I don't know, we'll see. Now into my cubicle. We have my Aglaonema Sparkling Sarah. I got this online from an Etsy shop, and I love it. I love the pink in the foliage. I love Aglaonemas. They seem to do pretty well in my space. I do keep the humidity pretty high, which if you saw on my hydrometer, it's about 25 degrees Celsius, which is in the 70s Fahrenheit, and the humidity is at 67% right now, and that's with no humidifiers on. That is just the ambient humidity because I live in Atlanta and I have the windows open because it's nice enough to have the windows open now. This is my Stromanthe Triostar. I love her. I love You can see, because the light is behind her, that the pink from the back of the leaves is coming through the white on the front of the foliage. It just looks like a watercolor painting. Like, this is phenomenal. This is beautiful. Look at that. She puts out new leaves constantly. She's doing well. Prayer plants are doing well overall in my apartment. I watered them with tap water. She had a few browning tips when I got her, but I haven't seen any more browning tips since getting her and since watering her with exclusively tap water. You can see a new leaf is starting to come out there, I think, looks like, and I just love her. She's beautiful. She might be a little close to, so I have grow light bulbs in this lamp, so she might be a little close to that. And if I see the leaves burning, I will have to move her, but I don't know. It's not pointing directly at her, except for a couple of the leaves, so hopefully she'll be okay. This is a golden pothos. Oh, sorry, I got this from the farmer's market also. I go to the farmer's market every Wednesday, and every Wednesday I bring home at least one new plant. I love buying my plants from them because I know that they take care of them. Unfortunately, I don't think they have a brick and mortar shop. They do have a nursery, but I think they just do farmers markets. This is a golden pothos. I got it from Home Depot. I have it here because since it's from Home Depot, I'm just experimenting with it. Honestly, it's right under the grow light. I'm gonna see if that brings out more variegation in the leaves because I love the golden variegation. Or it might kill it. It might sunburn the leaves. We'll find out. But I will do everything I can to keep it alive, but we'll see. This is a variegated ginger plant. I don't know much about it. I think it's really cool. It was in a really cool pot. I got it at the farmer's market. I buy literally every interesting plant they have at the farmer's market, especially if I don't know what it is, because they'll tell me the name and then I come home and do the research. This is some sort of Dracaena. It is still in its nursery pot and then in a cover pot. I also have the name of this on my Picture This app, but I don't know exactly what type of Dracaena it is, but I got it at Home Depot. And there is a Lucky Bamboo, which is also a type of Dracaena and not a type of bamboo, which is super interesting. But I got this at Publix, thought it was a cool pot. Don't have any Lucky Bamboo other than this one, so I bought it. So that's my cubicle, my fake cubicle, at least. Okay, so on this side of the room, we have another Dracaena marginata. This one is much bigger. I got it from Home Depot or Lowe's or something. Again, I don't know the difference between them. This is a fake protea. I don't like fake plants, but I love proteas, and you saw in my greenhouse, I am trying to grow proteas, but until I can grow my own proteas, fake proteas will have to do until I can start growing real proteas. This is another, I think it's a Marble Queen pothos. I don't know. I got it at Lowe's or Home Depot. I gave it a moss pole. We're gonna see if it climbs up the moss pole. So these are some Halloween decorations, and here's a propagation station. And here is my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. I also gave it a moss pole to grow up. There are several different plants in this one pot, so when I repot it, I might keep the one that is attached to the moss pole as its own plant and then split up the rest of the plants into separate pots so that I can have multiple Rhaphidophora tetraspermas, and maybe I'll let one trail and one climb. That is an aloe plant that I neglect because if I don't neglect it, I will overlove it and give it too much water. This is a Halloween decoration. It lights up when you plug it in. In this IKEA terrarium, we have Philodendron Pink Princess. Okay, there's a lot of glare, so I'm gonna open the lid.
So here she is in all of her glory. She's putting on a new leaf right now. I ruined that leaf because I bumped into the forming leaf when it was coming out, but her other leaves are quite big and healthy. She has a ton of variegation on this leaf, which this leaf doesn't look like it has as much variegation, but this one looks like it's going to have a lot of pink, which I am so excited for. And then some of the other leaves down here. And then I have that tray. It's not a tray, it's a candle lid. I have it in there full of water for her, just to have some extra humidity. This is not weatherized at all, but it keeps a little bit of warmth and heat in, which is all I care about, because the Pink Princess doesn't really need to be in a terrarium, but I just love her and I want her to be on display. This is the pumpkin I painted last year. It has a bat. It's freaking bats. I love Halloween. Here's another succulent in a wonderful pot. I think I got the pot from Target. I don't know where I got the succulent from. Pink Princess, I forgot to mention, I got from the farmer's market. This was kind of what made me fall in love with buying plants from the farmer's market. She's beautiful. I love her. She's stunning. I got her for a very reasonable price compared to what they go for on eBay and everything else. Also, the Rhaphidophora tetrasperma I got from Family Tree Garden Center a couple weekends ago. Back over here, I have a ruby syngonium. I literally just this past week got into syngoniums. I think they're so cool, but I just never had any, and I think they're really cool shapes. And there's a new leaf coming out. Also got this one from the farmer's market. This is my thrifted shelf that I have a Tupperware lid under so that when I water the plants, it doesn't drip on the carpet. I thrifted this shelf from Goodwill. On it, I have a couple of peperomias that I got from like Kroger last weekend. I love saving plants from grocery stores and department stores. This is my Pilea peperomioides. She's great. I got her at Family Tree. Here is a Peperomia obtusifolia. I have two Peperomia obtusifolia variegatas. If anyone is looking for one, let me know. You can get them at Home Depot, or I will give you one because I have two. This is behind here. This is a strawberry begonia. It is neither a strawberry plant nor a begonia. It puts out runners, so you can see like this runner. I have one wrapped around in the soil to see if it will like root and make a fuller plant. And this runner is just kind of hanging out. Got that from the farmer's market, of course. These two were unlabeled specimens that I got at Ace. My picture of this app tells me they are called flame violets. I don't know how valid that is, but I believe it is a Sansevieria xylanica. I do know that Sansevieria that snake plants have been reclassified into Dracaena, but I don't know if the xylanica part of the name has changed. I don't even know if this is actually a xylanica. I don't know. It was my first plant. I got it when I didn't know anything about plants. It is in a terracotta pot, which is inside of a ceramic pot, which is inside of a bigger ceramic pot. And that is because I don't have very much storage space because I live in an apartment. And I don't want to take over the entire apartment with plant things. And there's another Halloween decoration. I have an aroma diffuser back there that when I do get a better greenhouse, I will be putting this diffuser in because it's small and it doesn't really do a whole lot for a big room like this, but for a greenhouse, it would be better than nothing. I keep all of my plant stuff in here except for the soil. I keep it outside, so all of my extra pots, other than those ones, all of my nursery pots and things like that are kept in here, and some smaller bamboo stakes, and next to it is grow lights. I just got them on Amazon.
but I haven't set them up yet. I'm gonna set them up this week and do a video about the grow lights. And then I will do an update to tell you if I think they are working or not. So that's pretty much it for my bedroom. This is where the bulk of my plants are. I did not count. I was going to count as I was doing this, but I forgot to count. So that's my plants, guys. This is my mini jungle, my mini rainforest. I love it. I spend most of my time in here, and it's great. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tour of my houseplants. If you have any questions about any of the plants that I showed you or any of the plant accessories I showed you in this video, please leave them down below or feel free to send me a message. You can also find me on Instagram. My personal is @Crystalynmartin, and my houseplant dedicated account is @flor, FLOR.ATL, like Atlanta. So go ahead and give me a follow on either of those accounts, but if you're looking for houseplant content, that's gonna be on flor.atl. And you can find me on Facebook or Twitter. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to my channel so you can see all of my videos as soon as they're posted. Thanks everyone.